Hello, this is Hobbs Horror back with you with another review. This is a 1993 film. It is approximately 1 hour and 29 minutes. And it gets a 6.7, almost to a 7 on IMDb. I am talking about Taxi Hunter. I want to thank NVD Entertainment for sending me this to review. This is a 88 Films picture, and let's talk about this one a little bit here. This is a Herman Yu film. You might know him from directing about 150 other titles, one of them being the Ebola Syndrome. Again, I want to thank NVD for sending this. I want to display first and foremost beautiful black Blu-ray cover art disc case. This is almost like a Vinegar Syndrome case, the feel of it. Just like you almost want to just rub up against it and hold it against your head and just snuggle it. It even has a caramel scent to it, possibly mint chocolate chip. I'm not entirely sure. But, sorry, I'm just having some fun. But anyways, pretty cool how on the film also, the very bottom, you have the barcodes that line up that way. Let's take a look at the poster. As you can see here, here's that awesome poster artwork. This is Ken, by the way. I'll explain Ken's role in the film a little bit later on. And this is a poster you get with the film, as well as this reverse cover art, which is solid as well, reverse cover art. And let's get into the motion picture. So we follow Ken here, who is an insurance salesman, and all he's trying to do is be happy in his life and just be content. Man, that's so hard to do sometimes. I get it, Ken. And he's got a baby on the way, and he lives in the city in Japan. And now the problem is, a lot of people take taxis, and the taxis are corrupt. They're always trying to steal people's money. He actually got into an accident with a taxi, and the taxi driver blamed him for it, for a fender bender, and charged him quite a bit of money when he didn't have to. So he's realizing these taxi drivers are very, corrupt, and they're doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. But he's past that, right? Everything's good. But his wife has contractions and things, and all of a sudden she gets hit by a taxi, and unfortunately he ends up losing the kid and his wife because of this taxi. And it drives him to the point of insanity. So he's trying to put his life back together. His insurance agency he works for is really not being very nice to him. You know, they're saying, get over it quickly. Everybody knows it's not easy to get over that stuff. So he keeps seeing more corrupt stuff happen with the taxis to other people, and he's like, you know what, I'm fed up with this. I'm going to start doing something about this. So he goes into this mental fit of rage and starts going after all these corrupt taxi drivers, and he starts thinking it's all the taxi drivers. So he just goes on a rampage, and meanwhile he has a really close friend, almost like a brother. I actually thought it was his brother in the film, and it still could be, but keep in mind this is all Japanese subtitles, so it is, you know, I want to correct something I said a long time ago. I don't have a problem with subtitles. I have a problem with dubbing. And there is no bad dubbing in this whatsoever. It's the subtitles are just fine. I have no problem with those. And I don't even mind dubbing, just bad dubbing. I think a lot of people have an issue with that. But, anyways, getting back to the film. So his friend is like, you know, let's have a few drinks, let's talk about things a little bit. And he starts giving a little hint to him that, you know, these taxi drivers, they need to die. Keep in mind, his friend also is a cop, and he has another friend named Gal, who's absolutely freaking hysterical. He's also a cop, and basically they're just trying to figure out what's going on with these cab drivers, all the way up into this climactic ending, which I don't want to end because, or discuss or ruin or spoil, because the ending was on point and just very well. This movie was so good, and I've been dodging it for some reason. I think I wanted to give it a little bit of time to when it was actually released per MVD standards, and the acting was phenomenal. There's a little bit of comedical parts in this film, which I'll try to see if I can put a quick clip in here. And then there's serious parts of the film, and you really feel for Ken. You know, he's lost his wife, his kid, his job's treating him like crap, he's losing his mind. It's a play on mental health. And then there's a little bit of doses of just really well shot, written comedic parts too, along with it. A lot of great action. Ken was friggin' hysterical. The actor that played Ken has been in well over 250 films. Just really, really well done. I had an absolute blast with this movie. Mr. Dan, of course, said this one was really good. You were not wrong, Dan. This movie is phenomenal. I cannot recommend this movie enough. Go pick it up at MVD Entertainment today. Even if it's $19.99 on sale, it's worth it. Like I said, you get a lot of stuff with it. Here, I'll go over the features just a little bit if you want to look at those. I'm not going to read them verbatim. Just highly recommended. One of the better movies I've seen recently. So anyways, let me know if you've seen this movie. Taxi Hunter. Catch up with you later. Peace.